A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Play action. It's Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Yeah, Darnold's going to change the play. Back to throw now on second and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Price. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll run here with Price. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
To throw is Nix. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Nix to the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, here's Price. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Elijah Arroyo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Broncos nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
At the 44-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 12. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now it's Nix. And this one is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And the Broncos first down.
Back to the air with Nix. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 25 yards that time.
25 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Nix going to give to Harvey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
The 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Broncos 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw, here's Nix. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Broncos in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nix to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looks good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Darnold. He'll dump this off to Price. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Darnold down to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They'll try it now with Price.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Nix got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. This is caught. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down. 1st and goal at the
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Harvey.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
R.J. Harvey.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And some room to run now. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. What's good on the extra point? And the lead now up to 14. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get two more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Darnold to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Price. Yeah, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
From 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Over the middle, there's Franklin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nix looking to throw again.
Hard throw, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. Caught Franklin right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Nix.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Now it's Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now it's Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Seahawks first down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Price. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Seahawks.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Torrey Horton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Tackled by the cornerback, Josh Jobe.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw, here's Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the 1st down. And even with the 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Bo Nix,
37 yards.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Darnold now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Price. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
A 12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
19 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
So it's a win here for the Broncos. And it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes.